Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Charis Talks. Stay tuned for my friend Charl. This is going to be a good one. Hey friends, welcome to today's Charis Talks. I've got my friend Charl here today. What's up, buddy?
Dude, I check your hand, but they told me not to move. Okay.
It's okay, man. You'll be fine. Hey, so let's get started. First question, where are you from?
I am from South Africa, as if you didn't know.
I know.
So that's for the viewers,
yeah,
right?
I know, for the viewers that are tuning in right now. This is
awesome.
awesome.
One of my best friends at Charis Bible College.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're on the show today, man.
Thank you for having me.
What year are you right now?
I am graduating third year.
And what track did you take?
Ministry.
Ministry. How's that been?
Oh, Clay, incredible.
Yeah? Any little nuggets you want to share with me?
You know, I would rather encourage you to go to third year.
I did go to third year. That's why I graduated from.
I know, this is kind of a punt for third years. Ministry track. You should go. It's incredible. I'm not going to give you any hints, but really. No, it's just, you know, God just really takes you to a next level, and, you know, the revelation that the teachers have in third year, it's amazing.
So I'm curious, so you're from South Africa. How did you hear about Charis Bible College?
Well, interesting story, because I was living in Dallas in 2013. So this wonderful lady called Linda Dodd, she introduced me to Andrew's teachings. And I was lying next to the pool listening to Andrew's podcasts. Yeah. And I kind of just stumbled across it because it was one of the, I think it's GTS or GTA or GTC, I don't know what they call it anymore. Yeah. But I was listening to one of them, and Stephen Bransford was actually talking about the media school. So that sparked my interest. Yeah. Yeah, and then everything just kind of, you know, the excitement, the anticipation, everything built from there.
So I'm like, I'm going to Charis.
I mean, if you listen to Andrew's teachings and you want more, right? Yeah. You know.
I do.
Like once you start listening to Andrew's teachings, you download one after the other. So I've been consuming hours of Andrew, and when I heard about the school, it's like that switch.
And then you get here and there's other teachers, and that opens up a whole other.
You know, a lot of us say, Andrew got us to Charis Bible College, but the rest of the school, that makes you stay. Yeah. It is. It's absolutely incredible.
What's the biggest revelation, if you can narrow it down to one, that you've gotten since you've been here at Charis?
One revelation.
Yeah, no, right, yeah.
Yeah, right. I would say the biggest revelation, I'm going to share a story that kind of colors that in. First year, I was dealing with gout, right? Yeah, I'm not going to tell you my age, but I was dealing with gout for some reason. And so what happens when you have gout, your feet swells and like the joints, and I don't know too much technical terms. Sure. But so what happened was my one foot was swollen and I couldn't move it, but the other one was perfect. And I was lying in the sun the one morning, first year, reading my Bible, had to do my Bible reading. And I remembered a teaching from Barry Bennett when he was talking about imitation. Kids imitate their parents, right? Or we imitate those who we follow. And God was ministering to me. And in that moment, I kind of started speaking to my foot, that was inflamed. Because the 2 feet were next to each other. And I looked at my feet that were swollen, and I started commanding, and I said, this is not who God created. I said, your feet, He created you to walk and be perfect. I said, you start imitating that other foot. Yeah. And God had a field day with me that day. He said, why don't you just start imitating who I created? Oh. Yeah, right? Oh. Anyway, so that was my kickoff to Charis Bible College. And what he told me that day, which has just become solidified in my life, is identity. You know, it's not about who we've created ourselves to be. It's about who God originally created us to be. And, you know, just walking with God and being here, getting the revelation, the teachings, just kind of reinforces that and brings that to light. So you kind of walk away from the old to walk into the new.
That's huge.
And I think that's my biggest revelation. It's going to be an ongoing thing, but.
What would you tell somebody that's, they tuned in, somehow they've just discovered Charis Talks and they're watching us right now? What would you tell them if they're considering Charis as an option? God's kind of really tugging on them and saying, Charis is an option for you. What would you tell them?
You know, I'd keep it simple. I'd say just come. I think through all the interviews that you're going to hear a different aspect of someone or some revelation of why you should come, and God's pulling in your heart, and that's all true. And I think just to keep it simple is if you have the inclination or the desire to come, just come. It's going to change your life. You don't know what it's going to look like. You can't predict what it's going to look like, but I'm telling you, it's going to be good. So come.
That's exciting. Thanks, Charles, so much for being on the show today.
Brother.
And thank you so much for tuning in to today's Charis Talks.
Thanks for watching this episode of Charis Talks. To learn more about Charis Bible College, visit our website today.
Hey friends, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of today's Charis Talks. Is God speaking to you? Are you wanting more information about Charis Bible College? Click this link below, get a little more information. Also, if you've enjoyed this testimony, like, share, and subscribe to this channel to hear more awesome stories of what God's doing here in Charis Bible College.